Hey everyone, it's Will, GamerDad, with another video for you. So first off, I'd like to give a shout out to one of my Patreon supporters, Liana. Thanks for your support. Now unfortunately something has come up. I just got quite sick this evening. So unfortunately my live stream plans tomorrow may be in jeopardy. I'm hoping that that's not the case. However, if you don't see me online tomorrow, then you know what's up. Now that being said, if you already haven't caught the live stream from Scott, our global community manager, you'll know that this update is dropping tomorrow evening in this case, about 22 hours from now. Update 3.3.110, Octolight Conductors, The Prisoner's Odyssey. And this is, of course, the Symphony collab between us, Another Eden Global, as well as Octopath. So pretty big news for those who are big fans of the Octopath franchise, and of course for us in Another Eden Global, more recognition for players of both. Now that being said, the reason why this video is being created is not only that the update is happening tomorrow, but there are some pretty big changes to the subscriptions here, which is the Heaven subscription and Land subscription. Now previously, we already know the benefits of that, so I won't go over that. I think I even have a previous video of that a long time ago. However, we can go down the list and you can see what the update entails. Now that being said, again, if you don't already know, you only have to get to chapter 13 of the main story in order to start this symphony. So for players new to the game, that won't take more than a couple of hours. For veterans, you should already have chapter 13 if not finished all the main story and all the side episodes. Also remember that this collab is entirely free. The franchise allows us to have access to these symphony units as well as the gameplay for 5 years, and after that I'm not sure if you just keep the characters or whatnot, but hopefully we won't have to worry about that in the future. Now that being said, the other feature of these symphonies is that they feature units from the Octopath Traveler, in this case the collab units. These are all free, and Another Eden Global has actually introduced a new update in terms of Stellar Awakening abilities, that is more powerful versions of 5 stars. If you do that, then these characters can also be Stellar Awakened for free. Cyrus, Particio, as well as Teethy. And so there are 3 different titles for Octopath Traveler. 1 unit has been selected from each of these 3. So looking forward to trying them out. One interesting thing that I've caught since this morning's live stream is that one of the units, I believe it's, I can't remember if it's Particio or Cyrus, they do have access to 3 zones, Fire, Water, and Thunder. And one of the other units is going to be a Shade Zone setter. So Efi fans, get out of the way. We have a new Shade Zone setter in town. And besides, Efi doesn't even protect you from many of the mechanics nowadays. Now, the other interesting thing is that if we were following Japan's update schedule and didn't have this collab, we would have already had Oboro with some other updates along the way. And because Oboro is just dropping, he is able to be pulled in a banner, both for free stones and obviously paid stones. So even if you're new to the game, you can pull one of the newest units. There are both limited banners, aka you can summon for a limited time. I think this one only lasts a couple of weeks. Other banners in the past have lasted up to 2 months. And so the other thing too is that all units become permanent, so that the banner, if you pull on later banners, you will eventually have a chance of pulling Oboro, although it won't be on an up rate, aka much harder to hit but still available. So no content disappears forever. It's not like limited time units and banners such as other gacha games out there for those who are new to the game. And so you can be rest assured that you can access it now, or possibly as an off-banner spook pull in the future. Now Oboro is our newest Thunder Zone setter. If you have a team of 4 Thunder Zone units, and he is a Thunder unit of course, you'll have him automatically awaken and set Thunder Zone, very similar to other mechanics such as El Seal or Alter Daenerith, or there's a lot of new units that all do that kind of thing without having to do anything, which is very nice. Zones allow you to do a lot more elemental damage of the element it is setting. And even if you don't have a full team of Thunder, so this is the first time you see this, he will still awaken zone, he will still set zone, just not awaken zone. So that is a nice little benefit in that you can have a mixed team, not necessarily all Thunder. And if you have 2 or 3 Thunder units, it'll still set zone. So he counts as 1, by the way. So it's very easy. Put him with one other, and you'll have a Thunder zone, and then you can do all these cool things. One of the main things about Thunder zone is that you get less AF charge or another force gauge charge. For those who are new to the game, I guess you won't be, you won't understand that yet, but you'll see some gameplay. I'm sure you'll know what AF bars are eventually. That's all unlocked after chapter 13 as well, I believe. And it's a very powerful move that you can access and have a gauge. Keep on pressing unlimited moves during that kind of interval. Thunder teams charge less of that bar outside the AF, and they allow longer AFs because each charge is 10% instead of 7.5% AF gauge gain. So very, very powerful. He also has a kind of a specialized mode. I'll call it lunatic mode, but it's a rising beat mode basically, or Raijin mode basically, where he basically enters, gets more stat boosts, extremely powerful, and if you happen to be able to Stellar Awaken, you can have his move basically repeat his most powerful move a couple of times. He has also some other really powerful attacks. Like Sirius though, he is quite selfish in that he doesn't boost other units per se. But he is a very, very powerful front-line DPS with zone setting capabilities. Alright, so again, tomorrow evening, you do have to update in the App Store or Play Store. It is not an in-game update. You will have lots of new areas to explore, as well as, of course, new dungeon, new background music, and all of that is explained in the live stream from Scott. Now, for those who are interested in Astral Archive, they do have a new Astral Archive, which is more challenging content that can be done for extra Chronostones, which is our summoning currency, or just some bragging rights, so to speak. Now, with just like Sirius, Oboro will have a specialized banner where not only do you have to pull on the banner, if you pull him as a 5-star on this particular banner, he'll get an extra bonus to the what they call the Stellar Awakened gauge. So normally if you pull a 5-star, you get 1 out of 3, and you have to pull 3 total in order to get him awakened. There are other ways to awaken a unit, but that's the easiest way, just pulling for dupes. However, in this uprated banner, if you pull him 1 time, it counts as 3 hits, and so he will have automatically awakened, similar to Sirius. I will talk about more of my thoughts of this banner and the associated banners in my Should You Summon video tomorrow. There are both faithful encounters as well as free encounters. So again, if you're a free-to-play player, there are banners that still feature the featured unit. The odds are a little bit less. However, it's still, I'll say reasonable, given the fact that currency is, somewhat relatively straightforward to come by. And again, more Fatefuls where they guarantee 5 stars as opposed to if you pull on free stones where it's not guaranteed to get a 5-star. So yeah, there's some Thunder ones that help augment your Thunder teams. There is an interesting one here that features Tsubame AS and Flam. So Flamelopus is a very powerful unit in the past that can blow away most mobs with 1 hit, can be used on frontline boss killing teams. And yeah, you can just get it right away as long as you're willing to pay 1,000 paid stones. Now, for paid players, there also is the Twin Destinies encounter, which is again 2 5-stars guaranteed instead of 1. Like most paid banners only allow 1. This one allows 2 instead of 1. So you get 2 for 1 bang, and if you're lucky, you can actually hit something pretty good. I mean, most 5-stars are quite viable, some more so than others. But the fact that you get 2 for 1 is pretty good in that sense. And finally, for new players to the game, this game does have an upgrade system where if you hit any form of it, you can eventually unlock the most powerful moves and abilities of the unit. So you can hit what they call a 4.5, and it'll be side graded over time by gathering rare materials, most of which are relatively straightforward and come pretty fairly easily. And they will become 5 stars, which are, like I said, the bulk of your teams in the end game. You can get units such as that guaranteed in the Brilliant Encounter, which only requires 1,000 free stones. And keep in mind that if you start a new game, you get 1,000 free stones automatically. If you start the Symphony, you'll get an additional 1,000 free stones automatically. So for new players, you get 2,000 free stones. For veterans to the game, you'll have 1,000. So regardless, you can pull on this banner if you want to. But what if you don't have stones? There is the Whisper of Time and Whisper of Time drop. So again, very, very short window, so you don't have a lot of time. You got about 19 days or so. Start logging in tomorrow, reset time, which obviously in this case I believe is 3 p.m. UTC. For me on the West Coast in North America, it is 7 a.m. because of daylight savings time. Every morning you can log in, get your daily stones, watch some videos and get more stones, and then you can pull a free single pull. Usually these pulls featured every unit up to date. I'm not sure if Oboro will be in here because Oboro's banner won't drop until tomorrow evening. However, free is free. Single pull times 10 on 10 days consecutively. If you miss a day, it's fine as long as you finish all 10 within that window stated up to December 26th UTC time. And then after that, you'll get an item that can be guaranteeing another free 5-star, which again, for newer players, is a guaranteed top tier unit in terms of the strongest classes out there. For those who want to match their cat and dress them up with a specialized, cat equipment, you can do that for Ash tier. All right, so this is a catch-up campaign. Again, for those who are new to the game, we are about to simultaneously join Japan's servers in the fact that we are about, I would say maybe a month and a half behind Japan. When we first started, we were years behind. And so over time, we have gotten close to Japan. And because of that, for newer players, they have these different campaigns to make it easier for you to kind of earn your rewards and other things. So to make a long story short, again, newer players will not know this. Older players, I mean, you can skip this section as you want. All these side episodes and Symphony, so other side episodes and kind of collabs similar to what you see here, you can earn extra points. And so the points are used to unlock free rewards. Rewards can range from free chronostones, which is summoning currency, as well as other valuable items. Most importantly, light and shadow items, which I dare say you should save up and use when the time is right. If you're newer to the game, I would save up until you've decided what you want to do with those. More on that in future videos. So a whole list of the side episodes you can do, and most of these are unlocked. Some of these are unlocked after chapter 13. Other ones do make you play through more of the main story, which hopefully if you're new to the game, you will continue staying with the game and kind of playing through. There's thousands of hours of gameplay out there, all of it pretty much free. For those who are wondering, I am a completely free player, never have spent a single penny on the game. And even so, I've been fairly successful in navigating this game for, in this case, almost 5 years in global. So definitely relatively free to play friendly. And so definitely join in on the fun once you have started the game. And finally, there have been some adjustments because as we've gotten through main stories, certain requirements aren't necessary anymore. Again, this mostly affects newer players to the game. Older players have already completed this long time ago, so you don't really have to worry too much about that, but it does make it easier for newer players from the Octopath Traveler franchise to come over here, start up, earn a bunch of rewards, and do really well moving forward. And so there's, again, one thing about Valette. They do change some of the terminology regarding the move, but the move itself is the move, and the amped ability essentially is the same. For those who have Valette, you'll know that with the amped ability, you can do up to 99% extra thunder damage while Valette is in the front line and powering an enhanced Thunder Zone. All right, so back to the premium subscription services. And again, if you're newer to the game, you'll wonder whether or not this is worth it. These are paid, okay, so they're not free to play. However, they do offer decent value, and as a result of some of the changes with the Stellar Awaken system, where you can augment your units beyond 5-star. Only a couple units are affected so far, but as they, this new feature keeps on getting implemented, you'll see more and more Stellar Awaken units. The premium subscription services allow you to get extra items to make life easier in terms of side grading to the most powerful versions of the 5-star unit. And so these are the new benefits. There's a lot of benefits already. You get, like, I believe if you've subscribe to either one or both for 3 months, the bonuses are doubled after 3 months. And they give you a lot of things like certain light and shadow bonuses, extra keys to run dungeons, which are easy ways of getting additional power-ups to your free characters. The list goes on. More, yeah, there's a lot of things out there. But anyways, they're adding more grinding currency, which is called Sabir's gems, as well as a skip ticket. So for those who've already played through dungeons, instead of having to run it manually, you can skip through it and make it life easier for yourself and save a lot of time there. But the most valuable part of this new update to the subscription service is that there's going to be all Cosmos fragments that can be combined for all Cosmos star charts. I have a video about that in my Back to Basics channel playlist. However, you just know that you need 2 or 3, depending on how far along your unit is, in order to use these Cosmos charts, star charts, to side grade your units from 5 stars to Stellar Awakening ones for the unit that has that. And so, again, you can grind out some extra stuff. You can see that screenshot right there. This only happens after January, so I don't think, well, it's definitely not available now. And so if you're newer to the game, you could either subscribe now and get the benefits right away, or if you've already been playing the game and has subscriptions active, you will get some benefits added to it in January. Note that, if you do cancel it, it only lasts for the remainder of the month. Each of these subscriptions lasts for 30 days or 1 month, and then you will lose the benefits at the end of that month. Makes sense, of course. So again, you earn more Sabir's gems and also can get more per week instead of a free player, which is capped out at the left number instead of the right number. One thing about Sabir's gems is they will be used as a specific currency to buy more of those upgrade materials to get your units Stellar Awakened. So this does benefit paid players over free players who have more limitations in how much you can earn. And again, skip tickets. So for those who don't like a grind and they've already previously completed a dungeon, they can just use the skip ticket and skip right through. You will still receive, notice, normal, clear rewards, as well as treasure chests and enemy materials. You can still receive light and shadow points as well. Again, these are ways to grind out your free units to make them more powerful stat-wise. Certain longer dungeons that have specific mechanics, and there are a few out there, are not eligible. So Orleya dungeons, Underworld dungeons, Total Theater World will not be available. And you can see, the more subscriptions you have, you can get more tickets. And like I said, we talked about each of these getting a star chart. All right, so again, I know a lot of you have commented on my video from this morning talking about the collab and obviously live stream. This is official now, and that will drop tomorrow evening. Let me know in the comments below how you feel about the update. Most of you are extremely happy that we are able to land this collab with Square Enix, being that they own tons of major franchises, including things like Final Fantasy, Secret of Mana, I think, is it Xenogears? I think there's a few other ones, all big franchises. So we've landed this one. Hopefully we'll land some bigger ones in the future. Looking forward to it. And again, reminder, it is completely free to play through this collab. You don't have to spend money to get these units, and they are given to you free, and they can all be Stellar Awakened to the more powerful 5-star version. As for myself, I will be, as I said, hoping to get better by tomorrow evening to play. Otherwise, I'll just record off stream and upload as seeing fit. Anyways, thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.